Welcome, everyone, to the final game of the college basketball season. Tonight, we will crown the winner of this year's tournament. And no matter what the outcome here tonight, what a ride it has been. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
You got that right. I mean, this is what each student-athlete has worked so hard for all season long. An opportunity for the title. I mean, this game might very well be the defining moment for the lives of every one of these young men.
Both these teams have gone through so much adversity just to make it here. All tournament long, it's been survive and advance. But now, this is the part where you put all your chips on the table and just lay it on the line.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. We've got Kaminsky. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the 4 slot. And it's Freak missing. And here's Hawkins. 9 feet out. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Hawkins has got the first basket of the game for the Badgers. Stolen by Evans. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation. And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
And with any championship game, you know that every player's going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on, and this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And it's Evans in the corner. And it's Freak with the rebound.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Duncan kicks to Oubre. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks from 10 feet out. And it's Freak missing.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
13 feet away. And Evans the basket on the assist by Hawkins.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
A platoon swap here for Kansas. And Wisconsin going. And so here's Kansas. Freak, he's in at power forward. He's out there with Oubre, and it's Lee in at the guard position. And that one's good. Freak.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
And for the Badgers, we've got Hawkins, also Peyton out there. Decker is out there with Kaminsky. And it's Evans in at the power forward position.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Now here's Peyton following the miss by Freak. Oubre dishes to Lee. Duncan in the corner. Back to Lee. Feeds it to Oubre. To the inside. Freak. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Freak's got 6 points.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level. Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Lee kicks to Oubre. Inside, there's Freak. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
The Jayhawks shooting their first free throws here for the night.
3. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
What are we in down here?
That one misses.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
Hawkins kicks to Gibson. From deep three-point range, no good. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan. Pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
A championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Freak, he's in at the 4 spot. He's out there with Oubre, and it's Gaines in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Wisconsin, looking at who they've got. They've got Decker. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the power forward.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Gaines the pass to Lee. Here's Freak. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Wisconsin trails by 5. Decker dishes to Evans. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact. Badgers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. That free throw good from Decker. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Jenkins. Duncan outside. Down low. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Evans. In transition. Here come the Badgers. Conley leading the charge.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that ball.
Stripped away. To the paint. Here's Evans. It's blocked. Freak in at power forward. And it's Calderon in at the 3 slot. And it's Freak missing.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Outside Hill. To the middle. Here's Wade. Good. The assist goes to Hill. And Wisconsin leads by 1. And the Jayhawks with possession. And Jenkins kicks to Duncan. Inside, there's Freak. And he lays it straight in.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
1:57 left here in the second half. And Jenkins kicks to Freak. And there's the pass to Jenkins. The 19-foot shot, no luck. So the Badgers will take it the other way. Hawkins with it. Evans attacking. He goes up again. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Freak.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup.
Here's Walker. So it's Wisconsin picking up the win. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the pressure, Greg, they've been under all tournament long. This is pure elation. Being able to call themselves now champions.
And Kevin, from the players, the rest of the students watching, I mean, this is something that can never be taken from them. They will always have this moment in history to reflect upon.
And it's such a punishing path to this moment. I mean, you look back on all the close calls along the way. The field gets whittled down round by round. I mean, they survived quite the gauntlet to get to this moment.
Indeed, a very special moment. And that's going to do it for us. I'm Kevin Harlan. It was a pleasure to be with you all season long.